We're back again, and we're going to be exploring a bit more today. Last time we went into the snowy mountainous areas, but we really couldn't progress too much there. So let's take a look at the map, because that's the wrong button. Let's take a look at the map. Last time we went in that loop over there. I think today we're going to try seeing if there's anything over in this direction that we may want to take a look at, because that is, well, the only direction we really haven't gone yet. And if we go up north a lot more, we'll just end up having to cut a lot of trees, which we might have to do anyway. But we're going to explore a little bit in this beach biome. So I did a little bit of research as to what kind of things we could be working towards in this game, and the answer to that is there isn't really much to work towards other than just finding things randomly by exploring. But one thing that I probably should be working towards a little more is we don't have a PC box system, but as we figured out last episode, Pokemon that you catch and just like kind of drop on the ground, they will stay there. And you can fence them in, and that will allow them to, for instance, breed. But if they're happy and they're in a proper habitat, they will actually start producing items for you. So if you put a couple of steel-type Pokemon in a habitat that they like, they will start producing things like metal coats, which is very, very, very good indeed. Also, I think that is a hidden item again. So let's go into Sandygast and use Dig just to see. And maybe we can find a nice little item here. We get a soft sand. That's nice to begin with. And then we also get an Ultra Ball. Holy crap. Okay, that's really, really good. Because obviously we don't really have a lot of Pokeballs yet. I probably should have crafted a couple of balls, because I've got the items to do so now back at home, as well as the required campfire for the crafting. But we're doing some exploring today again, because exploring by far is probably the most exciting thing that we can be doing. There will be a little bit of building, and I'll probably like split that up. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do the split between exploration and building, because both of those are very much part of the game, right? I wish I could skip through that message after a couple of times. Both of those things are very much part of the game, and that's a leaf stone. But do I want to split those up into like doing half an episode of exploration and then a half an episode of building, or do I want to split that up like we're doing an exploration episode today and then we're doing a building episode the next time? And I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to split that up. That's always been the issue I've had with playing Minecraft as well on the channel, is how do you split the adventuring and the creation bits. And in Minecraft, that's a way bigger deal than it is here, I think. But we might be able to get this Hoppip as our friend. It likes us. That's very, very good. Hoppip seems friendly. Add Hoppip to your party. Yes. Not enough room in your party. Okay. So we can only... That seems like a new biome. We can only get Pokemon added to our party through the overworld if we have room in our party. We can still catch Pokemon outside of that though, and they'll just be sent back to our last spawning or sleeping location. So we're probably going to have to focus a bit on Patchaberry. Very nice. I still haven't figured out whether or not I can plant these berries. The tree became agitated and attacked. Is that a Sudowoodo? Is that a Sudowoodo? It is a Sudowoodo. Okay, that's very interesting. So, what would a Sudowoodo actually be able to give me berries as a item? Why do people always fucking text me when I'm trying to record? Holy crap, the Sudowoodo is level 21. I hadn't seen that before. Lucky us. Last episode, we ran into this level 30 Blossom that just kind of wanted to vibe with us. We just talked to it and was like, yeah, I'll just kind of stick with you guys, I suppose. So we got a level 30 Blossom without having to do too much work here. So we can probably take a rock throw, and I'm assuming that we have something like Magical Leaf at level 30, right? Or at least Razor Leaf, which will be able to absolutely annihilate this Sudowoodo. We only have Absorb. That's still super effective and stab, so let's see how much damage it does, and maybe we'll actually catch the Sudowoodo in the Ultra Ball. That will be an interesting turn of events to go down. That does a little over half, okay. And how much does that heal me back? Full. Okay. And now you lose... locate. Do I want to catch you, is the question, because I don't want to use an Ultra Ball on you right now. Then again, if I put you to sleep, there's a non-zero chance. I don't think Sudowoodo's catch rate is all that bad. I mean, we do have to hit the sleep powder, but I don't think Sudowoodo's catch rate is all that bad, really, because usually you catch it pretty early on in the game. In Gold, Silver, Crystal, that is. So I think its catch rate is probably going to be manageable even at this HP, especially if we put it to sleep, because again, usually this is not really the point of the game where you can put enemies to sleep very easily. So I'm assuming that Pokemon catch rates in the early game reflect that. What? They did first turn wake up, really? I'm gonna give you one more chance. Just go to sleep, stay in the ball, or fucking die. That's your options. You can either come with me, or... Yeah, okay, you fall asleep again. If you dare wake up... Fucking two! Turn 1 wake-ups in a row! What the hell is this? You have chosen death. You have chosen death, my friend. I will not be putting up with your bullshit. Bye. This is not okay. Twice. 2 times in a row, that is. First turn wake-ups. Really? Is that even... That is possible usually, right? Like, that is what a first turn wake-up is? Yeah, I think it is. Anyway, Blossom got some experience, and then... Dratini got some experience. I was gonna say, you're not telling me that the switch training doesn't work yet in this game. Okay, Dratini is gaining levels rapidly, which is very good, because Dratini is not going to be too useful until it's a Dragonair. And eventually, of course, a Dragon Knight, but that's going to be a while before we get there. So, another Pecha Berry. I do see a Luxray over there, which kind of scares me. This is a very interesting test, actually, because in Legends Arceus, Luxray is known as a very aggressive Pokemon. And the thing I was complaining about last time was that Pokemon really should be a little bit more territorial. So, if any Pokemon would be territorial, it would probably be Luxray. And it just isn't. So, this is a Savannah-type area, I'm guessing. So let's just walk into the grass. We want to see some wild Pokemon, right? That's what this is all about at the end of the day. So a Tauros. Okay, that makes perfect sense for a Savannah biome. The animations take a while though. And it's level 10. So the question is, am I going to use my Pokeballs just at the first couple of Pokemon that I fight? Or am I going to save some of the balls? Is Machop a good idea to use? Probably not. Let's just go into Blossom and be safe. Do I just want to catch a couple of Pokemon and just start playing around with those? Or am I going to actually go out looking for interesting Pokemon? Because if I'm going to go out looking for interesting Pokemon, probably should have brought a couple more like good Pokeballs, right? Because I've got the resources to make things like a heavy ball and a friend ball and other kind of balls. I don't know which balls I can make and which ones I can't, but I've got a fair amount of resources from cutting down trees to make these Pokeballs. So I probably should have done that. I probably should have. So maybe this is just about exploration and trying to find like... I know there is randomly generated like structures which hold legendary Pokemon. I don't know how rare they are. I'm assuming, but this is 100% assumption, I'm assuming that there's one of every legendary Pokemon in every world that's generated, and that you don't just get like yeeted into a world with a chance of not having a certain legendary. I'm assuming every legendary exists in every world, but probably only once. So, since we're on a large map, it's probably going to take a while until we run into one of them. So maybe I should have gone with a small map just to learn the game a little bit better. But that's too little too late now, because we're inside this map. This is episode 3, and we're going to keep going. I didn't even consider catching that once it was at low HP. And that seems like a graveyard biome? Is that a thing? It's another Sudowoodo, isn't it? It's another fucking Sudowoodo. Okay, your friend, your brother, your father, your sister, your whatever the fuck it was, didn't want to be my friend. You will get another opportunity. I will not murder you for the sins of your father. Or whatever relation you were. Maybe it was just like best friends. Maybe you didn't even know the other Sudowoodo. Maybe it's racist of me. Speciesist, I suppose, to assume that all Sudowoodos know each other. I mean, that's kind of rough, right? That's kind of rude to assume just because you're both Sudowoodo, you would have been related or even friends or even know each other. So, I'm sorry for that. I don't want to offend you. I want to start off this relationship on a positive note, and that is that you're going to stick in my ball or I'm going to kill you. That's just a deal I'm proposing you. You might as well just like get crit here and die immediately if you don't agree to that. If you survive here, I will know that you want to be my friend, and I will put you inside a very small enclosed space. Now, let's give that a shot. Regain health. It's not even the issue that it broke out of the Pokeball last time, right? So if you just break out of the Pokeball a couple of times, that's fine too. But don't you fucking dare wake up on turn 1. But it failed. Okay, that's a different base altogether. Moves can fail, moves can miss. That is entirely fine. But if you get hit and you wake up turn 1, I'm gonna kill a bitch. And that bitch is you. So please stay the fuck asleep for at least one turn. Please. Thank God it's possible for things to stay asleep. Okay. The other one was just on caffeine or something. I don't know. Now, items. Pokeballs. Where are you? Okay, I've got normal Pokeballs. I've got one Ultra Ball. I'm just going to go for the Ultra Ball, honestly. I just want this thing. I just want you. I want to be your friend, as I stated before. So I'm going to use my best Pokeball on you. And if you dare break out, I'm going to also lose my... okay, you broke out. Which is fair enough, because you do have like half HP. Okay, you wake up after... At least you stayed asleep one fucking turn, right? I honestly do feel like the coding for the sleep mechanic might not be entirely accurate to how it is in the original games. But I do need to use Absorb, if nothing else, to heal up. So I'm sorry. If you live with 1 HP, I'll give it another shot. But let's be honest here, that's probably not happening, is it? Yeah, no. So you can go join your fucking friend, brother, sister, father, mother, whatever it was, in the afterlife. Because I'm back to being racist. Also, the Wooders know each other, apparently. They do give good experience, though, don't they? That's 1,000 experience. And that's particularly good for Dratini, because 1,100 experience, even. So that's level 12. Before too long, we're going to have a Dragonair. And once we get to, like, level 20-ish, Dratini will probably be able to fend for itself a little bit better. So... let's see what this wild encounter will entail for us. It's a Apom. You know what? Depending on what level you are, I might actually give it a shot with Dratini fighting this Apom. That could be a very interesting thing to do. I still only have Rap and Leah, which is less than ideal. But let's give it a shot, right? Because this thing is only level 11, I'm level 13. I'll be able to... that's 1/3 of my HP. Okay, so we're using Rap, and then we're getting the hell out of this battle. Because this will probably not deal 1/3 of its HP, even with the residual... oh, not even. Fucking close. Matter of fact, I think this might do as much damage as the move itself did. I think that might have done more damage than the move itself did. But altogether, that is about 1/3 of his HP, so... Let's see if we can't land a critical hit. If it lands a critical hit, we're fucked. But Dratini is going to have to learn to fend for himself at some point, right? So that's exactly 11 HP again. Scratch isn't like... The damage matches its level, which confuses me, because things like Nightshade and stuff like that do that, but I don't think Scratch does. So it must just be random, like, just good RNG, bad RNG, depending on your perspective. We're going to switch the hell out into... Let's actually switch out into something else that needs the experience, like Totodile. Because I think if Totodile evolves, we might be able to surf on it, which would be really, really good. That being said, we probably, by that logic, would rather level up Picky Pack, because if that evolves and we can fly, I don't think we need surf, right? If you can fly, you don't need to swim, because you can just fly over the water. Anyway, let's see. And that kills the Apom. So, immediately daytime as well. It was the Apom of evil and darkness. Anyway. So, Totodile's level 10. I don't know, it's level 14, 15, 17, 18, something along those lines. Starters always evolve around level 16. These days, I think they always just evolve at level 16. First few generations were a little iffy with it. Sometimes level 14, sometimes level 18 when they evolve. It's just make them all evolve at level 16. That's the most logical thing to do. Anyway, Graveyard Biome, which has... Is that a Pokédome, or is that a Clefairy, is the question. Or is it a Mimikyu? It's just a Pokédome. Okay. I was thinking maybe it's a Mimikyu, because Mimikyu is like a... it's like... has a doll or a toy over its head, I think. So, there's 2 hidden items over there, which we probably want to go get. I probably also at some point want to go get a Silphsco, just because that's cursed soil. Sure. And we found a Duskstone. Okay. And we also probably want to... did I already say the Silphsco? We probably want to get a Silphsco at some point. Because obviously we kind of need that to catch ghost-type Pokemon, I'm assuming. Okay, so that's a Cubone, a Ponyta, and I don't know what the hell this thing is. So let's just go talk to it. Why not? It's aggressive. That's what it is. It's a Honchkrow. Okay. I'm gonna leave it the fuck alone for now, but that's good to keep in mind. So how far is that a Sableye? That seems like a Sableye. That's really cool. How far along did we come up north is the question. The answer is a decent amount. Because our sleeping bag is all the way the fuck back there. I think we've gone further north than we went south at this point. Yeah, it definitely looks like it. So maybe we should keep going north a little bit more. The thing though is I really need more Pokeballs if I... But hold on, I can just make a campfire. I can just make a campfire here. Why didn't I think about that? I can just make random campfires for crafting purpose. That is such a good idea. Okay. I think we've done a bit of exploring. I think it's about time we start winding down this episode, because I've been recording for about 20 minutes. I don't think there's been a lot of downtime in that 20 minutes. So let's finish this fight, not using Dratini itself. How about we... Let's give Piggypack a little bit of a chance here, because again, we need that thing to evolve at some point as well, because we're gonna be able to fly around with it, I'm assuming. And flying around, very, very good thing to be able to do, I think. That's going to make exploring a hell of a lot easier and quicker. And I think that is really what we need at this point, because as much as I like exploring and finding these new biomes and finding out where Pokemon live and that kind of stuff, if I can just fly by... it's going to be a lot easier to do. Okay, so how much damage does this deal? That's quite a bit, but not quite enough. So I guess we're going back into our backup plan, which is Blossom. and then kill this Yanma, and then we're going to end off things here for today. Quick attack Yanma, that's probably not going to deal too much damage, is it? And I still only have Absorb, which is not going to be very good against the Yanma. I am 20 levels higher though, so I'm assuming that there still will deal a decent amount of... Not enough! Holy hell! Okay. I assumed that would deal a little bit more damage, but one more of those will... Actually, maybe this is something we want to catch. Is this something we want to catch? Let's go. Let's try to catch it. Yeah, we haven't really caught too much today. I don't think we've caught anything, actually, now I think about it. We've tried to catch a fucking Sudowoodo, but that didn't really work out for us. And, okay, you don't want to be my friend either. Fuck you, then. I give you the same options as the Sudowoodo. Actually, I haven't put you to sleep yet. I should probably try putting you to sleep first, just to make it fair. If you wake up on turn 1, I will murder your family. I will stay in this area. I will walk around in the tall grass until I find no more Yanma. You will die. You won't be alone in hell for very long. Your family will be right behind you. And all your friends as well. Your friends, family, everyone fucking dead in hell. That's what's gonna happen if you don't stay in this fucking ball right now. Well, I'm not actually going to stay and kill all the Yanma because it's just like kind of boring to do. You are still asleep. So I'm going to give you another chance. I'm going to be nice like that. I want to be reasonable with you, right? Sometimes you make a mistake. Sometimes you break out of the Pokeball. Shit happens. So I want to give you the opportunity to correct a mistake that you just made. And this time, stay the fuck inside my ball. Thank you. There you go. A reasonable Pokemon. That wasn't so hard now, was it? Oh, and when you catch a Pokemon, the entire team gains experience points. That is interesting. Okay, so catching is actually a very good thing, because catching gives less experience, presumably, in total, or to each Pokemon individually, but way more in total. Because this is like 130 spread over 6 Pokemon. That's a lot. Your party is full. Yanma was sent back to the last safe place. And talking about safe places, there is one down below in the description where you, or just above the description, where you can do this weird little thing called liking the video, and you can subscribe, which is a very novel, neat little new concept, and it keeps you up to date with all the new uploads and stuff like that, right? So, and especially if you hit the bell icon, you get notified of every time I upload. It's kind of wild. It's this new thing YouTube's trying out. Nobody's ever done something like this before, right? So maybe it's a weird experiment, but I think it could really work. So if you guys could just like hit that subscribe button, we could like have this experiment maybe be implemented permanently. That must have been the weirdest, worst fucking call to action plug I've ever done.